my friends and my wee buddies, Martin here, and you're watching News Rounds. Coming up in the next few minutes, I chat with the cast from the new Addams Family film and meet the dog that loves to travel. But first, England footballer Marcus Rashford has received an honorary doctorate degree from the University of Manchester for his work tackling child poverty, becoming the university's youngest recipient of the award. But speaking afterwards, the Manchester United star criticised the government's decision to remove a £20 top-up to universal credit. Universal credit is a payment given by the government if people are on a low income or don't have a job. The money is used to help with living costs such as bills, food or childcare. Rashford said the money could make a big difference for families who need it. The government say the top-up was only introduced to help in the pandemic's toughest times.
I don't think that the right point for it to end is when families aren't in a stable situation. Otherwise, it makes no sense doing the work that we've done in the past. You've got to decide between are you going to eat or are you going to be warm in the house, and these are decisions that you don't want people to go through, never mind children.
And you can find out more about Universal Credit and what's happening with our guide on the Newsround website. Next, Premier League side Newcastle United are under new ownership. A group from Saudi Arabia has completed its takeover, potentially making them the richest club in the world. Fans gathered outside the stadium last night as the deal was approved by the Premier League. They're hoping it will change the club's fortunes. However, some people have accused Saudi Arabia of using the move to divert attention from its poor human rights record. Next, are you celebrating Harvest Festival? It's when many schools learn about harvest time and collect food for those in need in their community. The festival dates back to ancient Britain when people would grow their own food in fields and celebrate. Now, you've been getting in touch to tell us what you're doing. Star 301 said we're doing a performance. Then Queen Sophie told us we're having a harvest breakfast. Cool stuff. He got in touch. They said in our school year, 3 are leading the harvest assembly, and we're having a competition where the year group that collects the most food gets a treat. And finally, Apple01 is making a harvest display and says there's loads on it. Thank you for all those comments. Next, the world's creepiest family are back on the big screen. Yep, it's the Addams Family. I met some of the actors to find out more about the new film. Hey, can you tell us, Yvonne, what this movie is all about?
It's about the Addams family going on this road trip and then going through some obstacles along the way, and you might see Pugsley blow up some crazy stuff and do some crazy things.
Time for some family bonding.
What? Huh?
We are going on a road trip.
This is cruel, even for you.
Let's roll!
I play Wednesday Addams in the Addams Family, which is a kooky and quirky family, a brood. She's really trying to come of age in this story. She's trying to figure out who she is, and she's kind of posed with the question that she might not be an actual Addams.
Us and the wonderful sound of silence.
It's just so interesting, like seeing like even like the cartooniness of it all and the crazy scenes of blowing up stuff, and you know there's just so much going on, and I think that'd be really interesting for that audience.
One of the things that I did notice watching the Addams Family was that your voice naturally doesn't sound anything like Wednesday's. It does, but it doesn't. But so what's it like doing voiceover work?
Let's make some memories.
My voice, I would say, is a lot more animated. You know, I kind of I have a little bit of a lower timbre, and something that I really wanted to do for like Wednesday was kind of put her in this like kind of weird, more nasal thing, and then we really wanted to elongate her vowels a lot, and especially with certain words. Like in the first movie, especially with like cell phone, like the whole idea is that she's cage schooled. So she had never seen a cell phone. So we really wanted like cell phone to be like really long and like really delicious to her because she's never said anything like it.
I think my favorite part was man, jumping into the Niagara Falls and then like having to do the screaming up and down. I think I lost my voice the very next day after that, but it was a lot of screaming, but it was like a lot of fun at the same time.
Good to see you, my be-whiskered cousin.
Next, Haley has a travelling dog, a snappy beast who doesn't like to be snapped, and a lot of pumpkin pie. It's strange news.
First, how's this for a clever pooch? Here is a street dog who loves to travel on public transport. Officials in Istanbul noticed the keen canine travelling alone on trams, trains and a local ferry. The officials nicknamed him Boji and fitted a tracking device and discovered he visits 29 metro stations a day. He's a hound who gets around. Next, a cameraman in Darwin in Australia got a bit of a shock while trying to film some pictures of crocodiles when this happened. Yep, one croc took exception to being filmed and attacked the drone. The owner managed to get his equipment back and rescued the footage. But I don't think it's going to fly again. Wow, best not shed any crocodile tears over it though. Finally, check out these pumped up pumpkins in a pumpkin contest in New England in the US. Imagine carving a face in one of these monsters. The winner was nearly 1,000 kilograms. That's a lot of pumpkin pie.
Yesterday, you may have read on our website that Andy Murray was asking for help after his trainers were stolen with his wedding ring attached. Oh no! Murray had left the trainers in the open to dry out and regularly attaches his wedding ring to his shoes whilst he's training to keep it safe. Well, it's a good news day for the tennis star who had been reunited with his shoes and the ring, but the trainers still smell apparently.
Little update for everyone. Would you believe it? They still absolutely stink, but the shoes are back, the wedding ring is back, and I'm back in the good books. Let's go!
Well done, Andy. Well, just before we go, let's take a wee look at what's happening over on the Newsround website today. The results of the Big Butterfly Count have been announced and show the lowest ever number of butterflies. And find out about Navaratri, one of the most important festivals in the Hindu calendar. Well, that's all from me, but we'll be back right here bright and early tomorrow at 7:45. Cheerio.